You can go again. That should be your last drop off up north, and then you're going to start shooting the stuff out to the west. I'll be taking these with me. Looks like we may have finally emptied one of those. The other thing that I can start doing while I'm out here is I can start sifting through all these massive logistics chest piles. Like, you can take a bunch of this. And you guys are already full. You have normal cannon shell. Normal cannon shell can just go in here. Do you have recyclers on you? Are you shipping recyclers to you? Let's go find out. Go find out if we're actually receiving recyclers right now. Yeah, we are. We need 10 of those. Volcanus Pilgrim is coming along. Slowly starting to build up. So one of the things that I've wanted to do for a while is void out all of the stuff that no longer has a use. Like these pistols. Like this old suit of armor. Like all of these stone furnaces. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be making a ton of boilers in the future. And we're probably not going to be making a ton of burner mining drills. So I can take all of these. They can all go. Same thing with steel furnaces. Don't really foresee a world where I would need steel furnaces. I don't know if it's true for electric furnaces or not. However, I do know that I probably have a storage chest over here that has like 2,000 of them. Somewhere? No, I don't? Yeah, you do. Well, you could probably just move them over. Because they have a box that they're supposed to be in. That they're not in. Red inserters have a box that they're supposed to be in. That's full. Alright, that's fine. We'll slowly use up those extra reds. You are used in making red undergrounds. You are used in making red splitters. Same with all of you. You're going to need electric drills anytime soon. Well, you definitely don't need wooden chest, iron chest. So get rid of those. And then let that run for a while. Probably don't need burner inserters. And grenade you can put into your science plant. You sit there and think about that for a while. Grenade you can put away in military science. Which is all the way over here. There you go. We ran out of egg seeds. You're on the way back, listen. That freshness leaves a lot to be desired, but the issue is that I can't make throster fuel fast enough. So I don't think I can change anything about it for now. Take a little bit of this home with me. Just do a little bit of tidying up while we wait for that spaceship to craft. You can have some walls, some brick. You can have all of these obsolete ones back. You can have the assembler ones that I picked up. I'm not going to need those. And then this spoilage I can go and burn. Off you go. You have all these set up backwards. Good thing you noticed that before it clogged up all of your agricultural stuff. And then you just don't even have a splitter. There you go. Knock yourself out, I guess. Take one of those. It's a decent job of tidying up. Let's go set up carbon fiber and bioflux export on... Well, no, we should wait until this ship is done. Volcanus Pilgrim is actually going to get renamed to... Gleba... It's a synonym for Voyager, Pilgrim, Provisioner. Gleba... Navigator? Sure, you're the Gleba Navigator now. And you're almost done. You have accumulated not that much garbage. It's maybe like 5 or 6 too many launches. But that's not so bad in the grand scheme of things. So you don't go to Volcanus, you don't go to Fulgora. You don't need Fulgora to Gleba. You don't need Volcanus exports. You are going to need nuclear space fuel. And then your route is going to be Gleba exports. But I want 2 ships that do Gleba. So Gleba Voyager is going to change. Gleba Voyager is no longer going to do science. We're going to call this Gleba Science. And then you're going to have Gleba exports. And Gleba exports is going to be carbon fiber. 1,000 of it. It's going to be bulk inserters. Stack inserters, I guess. 200 of them. And it's going to be bioflux. 1,000, though, is way too much. It's going to be 200, and that's going to be my custom minimum payload. I just don't need to ship that much bioflux. Or request satisfied, or request satisfied. No, you want to do it the other way, but you're not ready to decommission the Gleba Voyager yet. You want this thing to carry the longer term stuff because it doesn't make trips as fast, and you want this to carry the science because it's going to be able to make trips very quickly. Blue science, chem plants, pipe. You also want nuclear space fuel on. You would like to request those nuclear fuel cells so that you can get your nuclear reactor up and running. You're almost there on Space Platform Foundation. I actually don't think I'm making decider combinators and constant combinators in anything right now, and I'm probably going to have to send those out manually. I don't think they're in the bot. So let's say you don't do automatic requests. And we'll just send up, like, the world's shittiest rocket. Make sure you don't need anything else up there, though. Anything else weird, anything else bespoke. No, that should be it. Because this is the brain of the entire ship, basically. So as soon as this rocket's done, you can just send it. And then we're off to Gleba. And we'll ride this thing over there. As a way for it to harvest its first couple asteroids, and so on and so forth. This is going to... what the hell is the name of this ship? Gleba Navigator? Off you go. And it's possible that might even be the last round of ships that need to go. Speaking of the last round of things that need to go. Go put all this nonsense away. We had way more uranium shells than I thought. But you are now finally off. Which means that if I tell you to run, you do have 120 shells. And you should go to here, which is going to start these guns firing. You also need to add artillery to that wall, I believe. Yeah, you do. Also, you're missing power. Go down and fix that. You should also bring artillery with you and requesters with you. Because you also want that wall to have a bit of coverage. About 20. 20 will be fine. Well, we're here on. I picked these couple up. Train lost. Train can't find path to destination. Oh, you're missing a second path signal. You didn't give him a way out. Go get that fixed up then. And then we can also keep an eye on this wall and see how it does. Answer is not great. There you go. He's figured his life out. Right, everything looks like it's working well there. Go ahead and give you a set of 3. And then pull the power down a little bit. And then copy the requester chest. And then I'll give you 3 more over here. And then on the other end of this wall, I'll give you 6. And I don't think these artillery are ever going to be able to shoot at anything. But they'll be there for completeness sake. And then that will be a whole new set of requests for the artillery train. But we'll get some of these big nests cleared out, and then we can finally secure that uranium. This patch is still at 412, so it is kind of hanging in there. Pretty admirably, too. But it'll be a lot nicer peace of mind when you have a 4 million patch. And I think you've run out of shells. That's okay. We're gonna break the wall for sure. It's a huge wave. But we're alright. We can just repair it. You guys are carrying stuff around. How is my Gleba Navigator looking? It is waiting on 1 more rocket launch, it looks like. You are missing turrets, and you are missing laser turrets. Do you have rockets working on that? See, it's gonna waste a rocket, but I guess it's okay. Rockets are fairly cheap in the grand scheme of things, and Novi's has a lot of resources available. And we didn't really have to look at the building process for that spaceship at all. Which is its own benefit in a way. So you should be harvesting water at this point. You do have power available. Why are you disabled, though? You should be able to grab everything. Why do you not grab? Because all the asteroids should be set to -50 right now. Is something not connected? No, it's connected, and some of these crushers are running, and you're allowed to grab everything, and you have power. Oh, now you're working. No, but you're disabled by control behavior. Oh, the circuit's not connected. We're missing 2 laser turrets. That's fine. That circuit passes through laser turrets. So the whole network isn't talking yet. We need to wait for 1 more rocket launch to send laser turrets up. A little annoying, but it is what it is. Yoink. It is nice to have an LV space that mostly works at this point. I haven't seen anything break recently, so I'm reasonably confident that nothing will ever break. Should probably empty that out. Should probably empty that out. Should probably empty all of these out. Can do it later. All the circuits run. Everything kind of works. Can you send the artillery train out again? Yeah. And I need to connect you to the circuit network in order for you to actually start firing your artillery. But I don't need you to fire your artillery yet, so I'm not going to. Have you finished building it? Yes. You have everything you need. So now it's time to send back all of the garbage. There's all the stuff that we don't need. Logistics network will sort it out from here. And then if I set you to trash unrequested, you should go and find a home. Oh, you're going to trash science in that case, though. I don't want you to trash science is the only problem. I don't really have a way to put it back into the network easily. Alright, I'll just leave you then. Is the ship ready to move? No. And this is because it's still in its very long power-up phase, where it needs to melt some ice into water in order to fire up. Oh no, the nuclear reactor is getting up to temperature, I bet. No, it's at temperature. You're just waiting on water. But then that's also getting consumed for fuel. So it's only going to be able to run for, like, short bursts. Yeah, you're completely beholden to grabbing ice asteroid chunks right now. Which you can only barely do because you have almost no power. Good. Good. Engines have absolutely nothing in them so far. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit for you to spin up. So we got to find like one more thing to do on Novice before you're ready to go. We don't need to set up another iron mine. Hey, you could just take another ship. No, you don't have another ship available right now. Volcanus Provisioner's over Volcanus. Oh, is Volcanus Oil keeping up? Yes, you have so much rocket fuel down here now. Do you have any limiter on rocket production? No, it just goes, man. Rocket production just happens now. This is slowly backing up, at least. Looks like the reactor's mostly able to run full-time. How's your water do? Slowly building up. I still don't like how slowly the ships generate water. I guess they're okay for now. They'll do. Clean up these last boxes down here. Move them to a more central location. You should have a home. It's here. Science is happily producing. I almost wonder if it would be worth it to barrel water and send it up to that platform to kickstart it. Would you have room for an assembler that does that? Rather work on the low density structure productivity for a bit. Don't really Especially because you'd want it to be next to the hub. You definitely don't have space near the hub, so you'd have to belt water barrels. You're not grabbing because you have no electricity. Solar panels are still so long to start up. Just don't like how long this platform takes to actually get going. Every time I see an ice asteroid crash into the ship, a little part of me dies inside. And it's because these foundries are running. So what if I just temporarily turn them off? Connected to something? Oh, you're a pass-through. There. If I set you to off, just let me build up some water. And then later I can turn you back on, and then you can make all the ammo that you want. See if that appeases you. I'll come back and check on you in a couple of minutes and see if you're ready to take flight. Because I would like to set up carbon fiber and bioflux shipments on Gleba, and then I think that's a reasonable place to stop for the day. But the thing that we'll be looking at doing once we get back from that is captured biters. And then we can do prod module 3s, and we can do biolabs. Given that we're going to be running a rail line out to that uranium ore, we'll probably grab these nests. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll get 9 nests out of that. We'll ship bioflux out there. We're going to manufacture labs and prod module 3s on site. And then once the labs are done and the prod 3s are done, we're going to start building the Aquila ship. Because we should have a steady supply of rocket turrets by then. And then we're going to go to Aquila. So that'll be fun. We'll have a nice, robust base of infrastructure to support it as well. We'll have good ships, although I do think the Aquila ship is probably going to need to have double nuclear reactors, since I'm seeing grid spikes on the current one that we've built, and I don't love it. Alright, you're running, and you have fuel and oxidizer. This is positive. This is a positive development. I'm going to wait until I start to see some appear in tanks. And then I'm just going to send you to Gleba. Because I'm pretty sure the Gleba route has a pretty decent proportion of oxide asteroid chunks. Yeah, it gets pretty low once we start to get away from Navis, but the mediums pick up, and the medium density is okay. Also, you don't have metallurgic science right now. What is taking you so long? Is this your initial load? This may be the first time that you're ever loading at Volcanus. Which is why it's taking you so long. But even still, I would have thought that, like... We have 3 rocket silos that are speed boosted. You're telling me we need more? Because I can give you more. That is within my capacity to do. I'm just surprised is all. Also, you haven't broken yet. I think we solved it. You haven't broken yet. I think we've finally conclusively solved the mystery of why do these biochambers keep shutting off. So that's good. I would really like to expand a little bit down here too. There's another patch that we could use for Yumako. There's another patch here and here that we could use for Jelly Nut. And we're also really close to artificial soils. Well, actually, is that true? Do we need Aquilo for artificial soils? Overgrowth soil. No. We can do that with just agricultural science. So we're really close to scaling up Gleba like crazy. I don't immediately know how I plan on doing those shipments, but I'm sure I could figure something out. Yeah. Right, I just need you to start. And then we are so in there. We really don't have enough cluster fuel to go anywhere right now. It's the only thing really holding me back. Let's go set up that uranium patch. I think we've artilleried enough biters away that we can do the rest by hand. And then while we're out here, I'm also going to clear off these radar artifacts. Because these are just biter sightings that our artillery found. They're not actually real. Oh, you're real, actually. Looks like you got an expansion party in the middle of something. We need to dive for nests if we're going to make any progress against these things. There we go. Fight. Get ready for another dive. We're diving. Going in. Go. A little more down. And just save the two to the north, because that's going to be where you farm biter eggs from. We can also find out exactly how big this patch is. Oh, you guys are coming from down here. I see. I see how it is. Be a little careful here. You're probably like one hit away from death. That's true. Let's go grab some fish. There we go. And now you should just be able to tank these if you do take damage. Yeah. Alright. That should take... Well, let's do one. Get this little guy down here. I wonder what we're at for piercing rounds damage. Could we go higher? Now I would say we have some space to move around in for this uranium. Although apparently you didn't bring any green belt with you. Yeah, that seems like an oversight, doesn't it? Whoops. Well, anyway. Where is my nearest mine template? And they're going to have to be these, because you need to deal with sulfuric acid out here. No, they don't. They can be these, and then you can just run sulfuric acid between them. And by these, of course, I mean these. No, I don't like those either. Do I not really have any with power poles built out here? I don't have this blueprint template. So here. I don't think you need to be there. Yeah, you don't need to be there. Yeah, Bolita, how's it going? And then here. That should be that whole patch covered. Yeah, just barely. Okay, cool. Let's go grab some of the green belts back from base. Also run pipe in between these. Your pipe doesn't fit. Just move you up a little bit. Your pipe also isn't going to fit. I'll just move you up a little bit. These pass through each other north-south, so I don't have to worry about that. That should be that connection. I can plan those with blues and then just upgrade. So it's going to be a 3 to 2. My uranium... No, it's going to be a 3 to 1. My uranium train is a 1-1-1. Grab this. Put you here. What's happening? We are securing additional uranium because I don't trust the deposit that only has like 400,000 left. Especially when we're going to start manufacturing biolabs very soon. And we are also firing up our second ship, which is really getting there in terms of fuel. I'm probably going to finish setting up this this next uranium mine, and then we're going to head back to Gleba. We're going to set up carbon fiber production, and I'm going to set up a way to get bioflux loaded onto ships. And then we are probably going to be done for the night. And when we pick up next time, which will be Tuesday night, we're going to set up a biolab and prod 3 manufacturing facility out here, using these nests as farmable nests. So we'll set up a bioflux train. I just needed a ship that was fast enough and reliable enough to make that trip consistently, so that we can ensure stable bioflux and we never run out on Novies. The bioflux on Gleba does back up now. So well, it's not really backing up right now, is it? No. No, it's not really backing up right now, is it? We got to get overgrowth soil. Is the other thing that we've got to do. So maybe, well, no, there's an order to these things. There's an order to these things, and we have to follow the order. It's okay fruit. It needs work. But the only way that I'm going to be able to improve it is with artificial soil, and I can't do artificial soil yet. 291 rail is probably not enough to get you out there. You probably want about 5 more. And then you're also going to want big power poles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then give me 2 stacks of big power poles, maybe. Substation, you should be fine on. Stack inserters, you should be fine on. Steel chest, you should be fine on. It's a 1-1-1 train. It's not that big. You're not going to need many stack inserters to keep it moving. So head out here, set this up. You're going to want walls. You're going to actually need to defend this thing. That's probably true. Just hoping I had walls randomly in there for some reason, but alas. Show me walls. Thank you. Laser turrets will be sufficient. I don't think I'm ever going to ship ammo out there. Although maybe I should. Hey, you could. You could just build a station for the ammo train. You have roboports on you as well. You could have the uranium outpost be logistics capable. I don't know what benefit it gets you, because you're not really expecting it to get attacked unless the artillery is firing. Yeah. I think it'll be okay. Have I been to Fulgora for Tesla turrets? I have, and I set them up on Gleba. In fact, you can see where I tried to set them up. This was the design that I was going to use. Turns out that 1 megawatt min consumption all the time, times 3 orchards, did unkind things to my power grid. So if I wanted to run that many, I would probably need to import a nuclear reactor to Gleba, and I just couldn't be bothered. Maybe when we get to fusion, I'll do it. But I think a handful of Tesla turrets and then a little bit of ammo production out there should be more than enough. Okay. And then walls. Gap. Requester. Inserter. Turret. Turret. Wall. Wall. Gap. Requester. Inserter. Turret. Turret. Wall. Wall. Yeah, the Teslas on Novice are okay. I guess I could bring some of those down here and that would be pretty good. Maybe I could do that. I'll see. I mean, we're not going to be firing at artillery at anything super scary out here anyway. The only thing it's really going to be dealing with is expansion parties until we actually decide to increase our artillery range. Gap, requester, inserter, turret, turret, wall, wall. So maybe before I do that, I'll ship over for some Teslas, because I know that they are really good at crowd control. But as for right now, I don't think it's super necessary. Gap, inserter, turret, turret, wall. And sure, I'll just leave a giant hole in the wall. I don't think biters are really going to be able to get through that anyway. Turret, turret, turret. Turret, turret, turret. Turret, 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 turret. Turret, turret, turret. That'll be fine. Because all these need to do is stop expansion parties. And honestly, good enough. So run one of you all the way out here. You're going to need to copy a 111 pickup. And you're going to need sulfuric acid pickup out here. So actually, you just want to copy this whole thing. Whole cloth. And then you can put it here. And you're not going to need that. And I don't know why you have these. We do not use ancient power poles anymore. So you go like that. You're fine like that. I mean, you're not powered, but like, you're fine like that. You upgrade. You peel off into here. And then you're going to come down and around this cliff face. Because I don't technically need to use cliff explosive here to bomb it out of the way. And likewise, you're going to do a little sidestep over this thing. Actually, where do you want to plug this rail in? There's like nothing out here. I think you could maybe shoot that gap. Or just go around the top. I'll just go around the top. Coming through. You're gonna go up this way. That doesn't look right. No, maybe that is right. Pull this back by like 3. Gets you just past the cliff. This is a straight shot until you get to the ocean. Swing back to the south. And then you have a cliff face again to deal with here. Oh, you could peel in through here actually. Come up like this, come through this forest a little bit. Come back through like this, and then what kind of junction would you need there? One of these? I think this one will work. No, you need to flip it horizontally. So you need to do that one without the rail signals. Like that. Then you've got one extra stub of track that you don't need. You're mad, so we can get rid of those. And then you need to be chain. You can be rail. You can be rail and rail. You can be rail. You can also be rail. You need to be chain in and rail out. You need to be chain in and chain here. Rail out. And then this just needs to be chain chain. That should allow the sulfuric acid train to get to the uranium mine. And if all is going well, we should see it rumble past us here very shortly. But then we also need to pull some power over. And I think I'll just run it across along the tracks. There it is. Right on schedule. Then the last thing that you need to do is you need to plug in the sulfuric acid. You can do pipe here. Oh, you also need to bring pumps with you. Because you didn't actually bring any. Can you make them? Do you have engines on you? Oh, thank God. One trick we do not have to do. No, I'll run you all the way to the bottom. Who's the you I'm talking to? It's me. They're reminders to myself. I'm telling myself what to do so that I understand what I'm working on. These do not load fast enough. Look at this beautiful stack of items now. Yes. And then these are going to pump out pollution like crazy. Prod modules? Nah. We're like mining prod 20. I'm probably just going to stick speed modules on them. I like seeing them go fast. Also, I don't have prod 3s yet, but I have speed 3s. Can I get you guys to just, like, clear out a little bit from what I'm trying to work on here? Thank you. I actually don't have any speed 3s on me. I'll just leave them like that. That's fine. Wait for you to empty your cargo inventory. And then if you could drive me back to base, that would be just superb. This is a good rail network, and I like it. Although I'm not sure why we're stopped. Oh, because you're trying to pull into the refinery. That's fine. This is my stop. So the question now becomes, is the ship ready for flight? And the answer should be yes at this point. We've given it plenty of time to itself. Confirm. Almost full. Not really that full. How are you having problems? Short on calcite. Shouldn't you be able to grab oxide asteroids like crazy? You get first dibs on like most of the ice asteroids that the front of the ship grabs. Oh, I guess you don't. I guess you do. Yeah, maybe that would be why you're struggling. Well, at any rate, there's more ice asteroids around Gleba. So let's head up to the navigator. While we head up to the navigator, we should probably think about revamping the Voyager. But I don't want to interrupt it just yet. And then after the Voyager, we're going to have to build 3 more from scratch. I want 6 ships managing the inner ring of planets. And then I'll have 4 that manage Aquila. So we'll have 10 ships total. Off to Gleba. Looking for big oxide asteroids, please. A couple smalls. You know what else is really going to help this is, do I have asteroid productivity yet? I do. I should do a couple ranks of asteroid productivity. That would really help us get a lot more water out of each of these asteroids. And I actually think we're asteroid chunk limited right now. That would really help these ships function a lot more smoothly. At least we've got the big oxide asteroids now. That's what I'm talking about. Get all of that onto the belt. That'll get my thruster fuel manufacturing like crazy. The engines are choking right now, but it's designed to run at like half speed when we're just manufacturing from stuff that we grab. So it's not ideal, but it can still have some pace to it. Oh, I gotta turn you back on as well. Otherwise we're going to run out of ammo, and that's going to be not good. Get those things running again. Hopefully we didn't leave that too long. It looks like we'll be okay. We're almost at Global. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think we noticed just in time. I had shut those off to conserve power and almost forgot to turn them back on. Which, they would have conserved power, just in a very different way than what I had intended. And now that you're stable in orbit, you should be able to pick up everything. What spoiled here? Oh, it's all spoilage. How's spoilage backed up? Because your seeds are backed up. Ah, that's an issue. It's a big issue, and it's a good thing we caught it as it was happening. So, when that happens, I need you to talk to Logistics Network when Yumako seed greater than, I guess, 450, you take out. And then this belt is just going to run right back into it, and then you're going to run back into here, and we're going to pass you through a splitter, and you're going to output priority on right. And then you don't need to use a filter anymore. I trust you to burn anything that you receive, because the only time you run should be when we have a shortage of seeds. Let's also make you faster. And let's also make you faster, otherwise those jelly nuts are going to pass by faster than you can grab them. And then you've almost run out of bioflux. Why? Because you can't unload spoilage from the belts fast enough. This was very close to being crisis. Why is this belt not emptying very fast? That's why. I can make you faster. In a very lazy way. Now we're talking. Yes. Yes. And then you're going to go here. And I forget what you were set to request. I think you were set to request spoilage, but... Why would I want you to request spoilage now that I think about it? To keep sulfur running? No, because it's just grabbing off the belt. I don't think you ever need to request spoilage. I think you should just focus on clearing this belt. Because that turning off is a big problem. We literally got here just in time to stop a major crisis. So have you start running again. You don't need to run. All the rest of these are still managing to be on. Oh, what the heck? That should be upgraded. Looks like we missed a spot. So that should be all good. Now, the question is, what do I need to make carbon fiber? I'm going to guess part of it is carbon. Carbon and Yumako mash. Do I have anywhere in here that produces surplus Yumako mash? No, but I have a Yumako belt here that I could borrow from. And then where am I getting carbon from? Coal and sulfuric acid. No. Burning spoilage. I can squeeze it in here. So let's change this belt around. Let's change all of this belt around. You're fine for now. I'm not going to need much carbon fiber. This much is a given. So you can go... Well, look at your ratios first. Burnt spoilage makes 0.25 carbon per second. 1 carbon fiber consumes 0.4. You're going to need 2 carbon fiber going into 2 burnt spoilage going into 1 carbon fiber. And then you're going to need 1 Yumako mash going into carbon fiber. It's actually going to be an annoying ratio. You haven't really left yourself anywhere to expand this out further. No, you can. You can run this plastic belt out further than it currently goes. Like this. And then this is going to be a shared spoilage belt. Yeah. So, burnt spoilage. It's just an annoying ratio. Especially because, how much spoilage do you use per second? 1 spoilage per second. It's a lot of spoilage. Yumako? Actually, Yumako mash needs to be on the bottom side. So I can pull from that belt. So I need to do you, you. You've got an easy grab right there. Oh, you can just do this. It looks real weird, but this is how you can do it, and then that makes 0.6 per second. But you don't need much, and you can let it build up. So that's how you take it out. You could literally put it into a storage chest. You don't even need to overthink it. So your carbon fiber, when I find it, there you are. You are burnt spoilage, you are burnt spoilage, you are Yumako mesh. But I'm not ready for you to be Yumako mesh yet, because I don't want that inserted to turn on. I want to finish the nutrient belt first. You, I need to talk to this belt. You actually need 2 sets of inserters. One goes like this, one goes like this. And the only one that actually talks to the circuit network is you. And you're only enabled when spoilage is greater than, let's say, 40. Because otherwise we want it to stay on the belt for the biochambers. And then the way the biochambers are going to work is you take spoilage out. You take spoilage out, nutrients in. You take Yumako mash out. Oh, you're spoilage and Yumako seeds. You are anything you can find in. Just anything you can grab is your prerogative. And then only spoilage out. You are anything you can find in, only spoilage out. You are carbon, you are carbon. You are nutrients in, you are spoilage out. And that should be that. I think so. I think that should be that. Set you to Yumako mesh. Start your initial nutrient. Let that clear itself out first, which will be grabbed by burnt spoilage processors. You're consistently going to be short on carbon just because the spoilage might not exist, and then I need to slightly change the way that you work. So unhook all of this from logistics temporarily. Even though I just set it up. Build another decider combinator. We're going to go red wire. Read all belt into decider combinator. Red wire. Green wire from biochamber. into green wire onto inserter. Copy your setup to here. Copy your setup to here. And then run red back down and connect to you. And then clear the nutrients off of this belt to reset the biochamber to get it working the way you want it to work. Because it's going to have so much in it. And then just keep these guys running. Yumaka, you can dump back up here. I don't even know where it came from. What is your problem right now? You can't fit onto that belt. Huh. How'd that break? It's the first time I've ever seen this break. Well, I know how I can fix it short term. But I don't like that it happened long term. Go ahead and upgrade these, I guess. At least clear the spoilage backlog. It looks like you have now done so. But that's a concern. I'm not entirely sure how that happened. And it makes me not trust in the robustness of this system going forwards. Also, how did your science production die? What is going on up here? Out of nutrients. Oh, you ran out of bioflux. Yeah, you ran out of bioflux because only one of your bioflux lines was running. So that's understandable. But you do make carbon fiber. You've made 96 already. Does this mean you're ready to start shipping bioflux back? I think so. So the only place we're going to take bioflux from is the end of the line. And we're only ever going to take as much as we need. This chest will only ever hold bioflux. This inserter will only ever grab bioflux. And it will only run when there is less than 220 bioflux in the network. So any bioflux that makes it through, everything else is just going to get dumped in here before it goes off completely. But at least for right now, I don't think there's going to be any that makes it through. Some. Just because these can't grab fast enough. But as soon as that hits 200, it's going to go into the rocket. The rocket is going to take it back to now Vs. Now Vs is going to allow me to turn it into a bot capture rocket. Or I think it's called a bot capture rocket. Is going to let me turn it into the thing that lets me capture biters. And then I can capture a biter nest, which unlocks like 3 trigger technologies that I want. So I'm just going to wait for this rocket to successfully fire that bioflux, and then I will join the rocket, and I will steer it back to Navi's post haste. I think this will be just fine going forwards. Because the one thing that I don't want to happen is I don't want a rocket request to come through for 200 bioflux and have it stifle production. I don't want it to take bioflux away from other things that are running downstream, like science, for example. Also, are you running out of rocket fuel? Holy cow. You are running out of rocket fuel. That's crazy. And it's because you can't take jelly out of these machines fast enough. No, you can. We've been over this. Right? Well, you could. You know what else you could do is you could just research rocket fuel productivity a couple times. I don't think it's in danger of killing the grid. And once you stop building rockets, you're not going to consume that much rocket fuel. Because you are building a lot of rockets lately. I think we'll be okay. I don't think that requires immediate intervention. I don't like this, though. I don't like that at all. You should really just set these to run off of your new decider combinator logic. Otherwise, you're going to regret it eventually. You're probably right. Well, actually, what if you just turn this into a true lane balancer? That might actually clear it up. Yeah, I think that works fine. So, Gleba's so dark. I need to decorate down here. You can't see anything. How did you get spoilage? Oh, because you're not filtered. Yeah, you're supposed to be carbon fiber. My bad. I'm just thinking. What if... No, there's a power gap there. I'll leave it. It's fine. It does well enough. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. 163. We're almost ready to go. I'm actually going to go up now because I trust this system enough to run without me watching it. So head up to the navigator. I trust this system to not break, basically. Which is a... Like, I didn't think I was ever going to get there on Gleba. But I think it's okay. Oh, it's already got 200. Do I need Bioflux to, or carbon fiber to make a bot capture rocket? I don't. We're going back to Nauvis. And then on Nauvis, I need to set up my requests. You now also need to include Gleba imports. Gleba exports. I want you to request that 200 Bioflux, which is going to get pulled into this chest, which is going to be used to make bot capture rockets. But then also there's going to be a bioflux train that parks outside of this thing. About here. And that's going to be the bioflux train that will run out to the biter nests. Water's still virtually empty. We need asteroid productivity. Asteroid productivity is going to fix it, and then rocket fuel productivity is going to fix the fact that Gleba is actually technically running out of rocket fuel sometimes. These are solvable problems. They're not super important. It does suck that our science per minute isn't exactly where I want it to be. But we'll get there too. In particular because this ship can make, well, yeah. Maybe not as fast as I would like. Alright, we'll do like 3 ranks of asteroid productivity. And then I think we'll be ready to send those up. So just give me the bioflux now. I will run it over myself. So that we can make a bot capture rocket. And I don't care what happens to this nest. Looks like one of my drones already got to it, in fact. You're also going to need a rocket launcher. Well, only one. I honestly didn't know that you could put stacks of rocket launchers in that slot. Take your one bot capture rocket, go find a biter nest. We'll just go due north. But we need this for trigger tech. And then with trigger tech, everything is possible. Make sure you actually have your rocket launcher selected. Would likely be useful. And then we go with boop. And then we kill the rest of these biters. Wait, did you destroy my bot capture? Oh, what the heck? I didn't know they destroyed it. Alright, I'm gonna have to clear this whole nest up then. I guess if I'm trying to capture one, other biters will attack it as though it's an enemy. Which, you know, makes sense when you think about it for like 2 seconds, but I didn't expect the game to do that. Oop, where's my fish? There it is. So leave the one at the front. That's the one that I want. Yeah. Alright, now we leave. We go get a second bot capture rocket. We come back and we shoot it at that one nest that we left. We capture it, and then we kill it. But we unlock the trigger technologies that we wanted, and we prepare to actually set up infrastructure around the nests that we actually want to keep. Which is going to be a next time task. And going to be done after we finish this task. But we've accomplished a lot today. We finished a second ship. We future-proof Volcanus. We established carbon fiber production on Gleba, although we don't technically have bulk inserter production yet, or stack inserter production yet. But we can add it fairly easily. In fact, we can add it really easily, because the only special thing it requires is jelly. And we're already producing jelly in that lubricant section of the Gleba base, but we don't always need to. So if we have any surplus jelly, we can just have it go to, you know, the bulk inserters, stack inserters. One of these, please. Because I don't foresee us needing to use hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stack inserters. They're relatively niche in where you actually want to apply them. It's like on ships, so that you get better belt compression. And That's pretty much it. Maybe there's like a couple niche sections where you just want the belt compression, but for the most part, when you're not space limited, you can just add more inserters and more belts. Oh, hello. I see you're trying to recapture your territory. What say you? Okay. I don't need you. Farewell. Fighter egg handling research. So now we can do Prod 3. We can do Biolab. We can do the overgrowth soils. And we can do Aquilo discovery. That is all going to be stuff that we tackle next time, though. If you are interested in catching stream next time we go live, which is going to be tomorrow at probably like 11:30 p.m. Eastern, hop in the Discord, give yourself the stream pings roll so that you know when we're going live on Twitch in the future. If you are interested in catching up on what we've done in Factorio in the past, check out the VODs channel, which is where you can find the archive of all of these episodes going back to number 1, as well as everything else we've ever done on Twitch historically. And if you're interested in edited, curated Guild Wars 2 content, and you're just here because you enjoy the personality for some reason, I have a YouTube page as well. You can check that out for World versus World Guild Wars 2 stuff specifically. I will see you guys tomorrow for Tuesday Night World versus World, followed by more Factorio, cleaning up the last bits of Glebo we still have to do, and then also prepping biolabs on Nauvis. But until then, I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Take care, and I'll see you next time.